second and third. Of course, you get all the goals you need there. How do you kind of weigh the start versus the finish in games like this?
Well, I mean, the start wasn't ideal. I think we kind of felt our way through the first period a little bit. It's going to happen once in a while. And I thought we started taking over the second, and they were a tired team. Again, a little concerning going down 3-1, and didn't think we played poorly, but maybe not the level that we normally play at. So it's, again, talked about the other day, it's getting a little concerning. We can't be getting away with this all day.
When you look at your goaltending, you give it the 3 in the first, but then nothing after that. Were you okay with Bob tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't love the third one, but I thought the other two, wasn't happy with the penalty kill for sure. The other one was a kind of a fluky bounce. That's going to happen. The rest of the game, I thought he was solid. He looked quiet. I know we didn't get a whole lot of shots at him, but I thought he looked pretty stable and quiet, and yeah.
And we talked a little bit about Buffalo in the pregame, but that's the last couple games they've really given you guys all you can handle and feisty as well. It was a fun couple games to watch.
Yeah, I thought especially tonight, I felt we were pretty much in control the last game until we kind of got in a little penalty trouble there late. But I thought tonight they played hard, and they had a hard game last night. They've been playing much better the last little while, and they competed all night with Carolina, and they did it the same tonight. So they've, it was they'll be a team next year that they're young and they're fast, and they'll give us their hands full next year.
Have you been happy with how the power play's gone the last few games? I know it was struggling for a little while there earlier, well, last month I guess now, but the last few games you've been able to put a couple in.
Yeah, I mean, I think we moved the puck around really well tonight. Kind of got rewarded last game with broken plays, and really liked a little bit of our attack mentality here the last couple of games, and around the net, you got Rhino around the net and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it was hard. I mean, we only had 2, so it was really tough to gauge it, but it's nice that they're getting rewarded for some of the plays they're making.
The next question will come from our Zoom, Mike DePasquale, WSBN.
Thank you, Bruno. Congratulations on the win. I know you said this is not the situation you want to keep putting yourself in when you dig yourself out of a hole. But on the flip side, it's a positive that once the playoffs begin, opposing teams know you guys can battle back. And at the end there, in that little skirmish, that this team is going to just stand up for themselves.
Yeah, I think what you feel good in a lot of these situations is that we didn't really, I kind of said this in Ottawa, I think a couple weeks ago, that we didn't really deviate from the plan. We stayed within our structure, stayed within ourselves. We didn't go outside and be individual. We just stayed as a group where we kind of rallied, and we didn't change too much. And we knew, or we felt, and there's self-belief that if we do these things, the right things, we're going to come back and we'll score our goals. If we don't do the right things, we fall behind. So I think there's a good understanding in our group, and that speaks to the leadership of the guys in there, that they understand that, and it's a good thing to have. It's just it's really tough night after night, and something that we really need to shore up here going forward.
If I could follow Bruno real quick, do you like what your players showed there at the end when Buffalo had a couple of cheap shots in there?
I mean, nothing surprises me. Our guys stick up for each other. They've done it all year. They're the tightest group I've ever been around, and they stand up for each other all the time. And I'm not surprised at all. Didn't see what started it, but again, not surprised we stood up for ourselves.
Is it tough to preach the starts when you guys are still piling up the points? I mean,
Pardon me?
Is it hard to preach the start thing when you guys are piling? I mean, you're up 6 on these guys and 8 on these guys. You know what I mean?
It's really hard. And it's a hard time of year. I kind of said it this morning. It's really hard. Your either focus is drifting a little bit, or I might have said it pregame here. It's drifting a little bit. There's individual things. There's a playoffs lurking around the corner. There's all kinds of distractions right now. And as a player, I know this time of year is really hard to dial it in. As coaches, we're on them, and they're like, "Well, the playoffs isn't for a while." And, so. We'll continue to harp on them, and they'll get tired of hearing us, but they need to hear it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.